All right. Well, basically, in this new term, what we are going to be reviewing is writing and also speaking. All
Okay.
right. So let's please
Mm-hmm.
begin. Well, the first thing we're going to do here is basically write down a simple essay. And the topic will be my hobby. All right. Let's see. Here we have a sample. Okay. A
Mm-hmm.
sample about an essay related to my hobby, to the hobby of a person. Please, can you read this essay?
Yes. My favorite hobby is playing drums. I spend a lot of my free time playing drums. I started learning to play drums when I was 9 years old. I played in my school band. When I was 12, I got a private drum teacher and started to really enjoy playing. The rest too?
Yes, please.
Okay. My parents bought me a drum set and I started practicing every day after school. It was very loud, but my mother never complained. I improved a lot, and playing drums has been my favorite hobby ever since. Now, I play drums in a band with my friend Dan, who plays guitar. We write songs, perform, and practice twice a week. It's still as fun as it was when I first started playing.
Very good. So as you see, this essay, it's conformed by three paragraphs. The first one, the introductory, the
Mm-hmm.
basically the description, and well, what he or this person, he or she is working on now. Well, what we are going to review here, working on this essay, it's the use of the past tense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're talking about something that started in the past, all right? It says, there are many past tense verbs above. Underline all of the past tense verbs you can find. Circle any words that you don't know and look them up in your dictionary, please. Circle here the words that are in this past tense. Oops, sorry. All the words that all the verbs that are in the simple past tense.
Okay, Miss, I finished.
Very good. Let's please read the verbs that you mark as simple past.
Mm-hmm.
Please, can you read the verbs?
No, I don't think this one. I spend a lot of my free. No, this is not eraser. I don't know. Started, was, played, was, got, started, bought, started, was, complained, and improved.
Very good. And do you understand the meaning of all these verbs?
Yes, miss.
Perfect. Let's now continue then.
Okay.
So, well, in this and for this essay, we're going to review a sentence pattern, all right, which is going to be about working with a verb and following another verb, okay, in the ing form. So when you put a verb after start, begin, stop, finish, or quit, you must add ing, okay? So you have to say start, or in the past, started working, began cooking, stop running, finished listening, quit smoking. So after all these verbs, okay, all of them, after all of them, always my verb, the word that is going to follow, must be in the ing form. And this is very important. So here we have examples with these verbs following a verb in the ing form. I started studying English in third grade. I finished writing my homework at 11 last night. My father quit smoking because it is unhealthy. We began dating when we met last year. Now, please, do you understand the pattern that we are reviewing today?
Mm, yes, I understand.
Perfect. Now you have to write your own sentence using this pattern.
Okay.
Please, you have to write. You can write here, or if you want, you can write on the chat.
Okay, I will write here.
All right.
Oh my. Mhm. Mm. Okay, Miss, I finished.
Very good. Can you please read on your examples?
Yes, I don't know how to move this, but the first one. He started playing chess since he was 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He will begin working at Don's Coffee in 3 weeks.
Yes.
She stopped complaining since the incident occurred. Her sister finished running the marathon in 2 hours, and
Mm-hmm.
Dan and Marco are going to quit drinking for the sake of their mother.
All right. Very good. All right. Wonderful. So remember this sentence pattern, okay?
Mhm.
All of these words and verbs, because they are verbs, must be followed always with a verb in the ing form, okay? All of them.
Okay.
All right. Let's move on. So please, in this short paragraph, we have 5 mistakes. If you could
Mm.
find the mistakes and correct the mistakes, please. Here,
Okay.
just mark, identify, mark, and correct.
Mhm. 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 Four. One more. Where is the last one? Collecting stamps. I started collecting stamps when I was 5 years old. My grandfather sent me a letter from Canada, and I really liked the stamp. I began collecting more and more stamps, and soon I have more than 100. Last week I read a book about collecting stamps, Nice of I will be Latin, collecting, so four. More, one more. My hobby is collecting stuff. I started collecting stamps since I was, I don't know if it's here. Put here since. Okay, now I know where it is. And soon, it doesn't mean that he already had it. He will have it. Okay, miss, I finished.
All right. So please, could you read on the paragraph with the corrections?
Okay, my hobby is collecting stamps. I started collecting stamps when I was 5 years old. My grandfather sent me a letter from Canada, and I really liked the stamp. I began collecting more and more stamps, and soon I will have more than 100. Last week, I read a book about collecting stamps, and I saw a picture of a beautiful stamp that was worth over $100. This hobby is very interesting, so I don't think I'll ever quit collecting stamps.
Well, I think here instead of will, it's basically in the past, right? Here. I began collecting more and more stamps, and soon
Mm-hmm.
I had more than 100.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
this is also in the past.
I had.
Very good. Perfect. Now let's move on. Nice. Very good. Okay. So now you have prepared to write, okay?
Okay,
What you're going to do. You're going to write an essay about one of your hobbies. You're going to look at this sample. It says my hobby playing drums if you need help. All right. And well, the main questions that you have to answer is these ones. What is your hobby? When did you start doing this hobby? Why do you like doing this hobby? How did you learn this hobby? When do you usually do this hobby? And how often do you do this hobby? Like every day, 1 week, twice a month, on weekends, etc. And well, here you have to remember also the following. You have to use the sentence pattern in your essay, all right? Like start or stop plus the verb in the ing form. Like I started playing basketball when I was 5 years old. I started reading novels when I was very young. And remember to use the past tense. Why? Because you're talking about things that happened in the past. Okay?
okay,
So here, you can start answering these questions. So it will be like a prompt to your essay. All right?
okay.
And I will give you the link of Google Doc sheet, okay, right now. So you can work on that, and we are going to be working on the Google Doc sheet. Give me please 1 second. Here. You will just have to answer, okay, these the questions about your hobby, and then the essay will be as homework for the weekend.
Ah, okay.
Yes, and then we will move on with something else. All right. All right. So this will be the link. All right. I will be sharing this on your chat. So maybe you can start putting here essay number 1. Okay.
Sí. Okay.
Here. Like I will write it for you. Essay 1, and here my hobby. And now you can start. So you can have a prompt. Maybe you can start answering the questions, okay? The questions that you have here.
Okay.
And then those answers are going to help you to write down your essay. Okay? Only answer, please, these questions, nothing else.
Okay.
On the Google Doc, and let me know when you finish, please.
Sí. Miss, I finished.
Wonderful. All right, let's please continue then. Nice. So we are going to do the practice conversation, okay? Just mind
Okay.
the number. All right. So the conversation practice for today is hobby because we're talking
Mm-hmm.
about hobbies. Let's please begin.
Okay.
What is your hobby?
Like I was writing before, my hobby is learning choreographies of K-pop groups.
Mm-hmm.
I will say
Is
that's my hobby.
all
I
right.
was thinking and thinking, and I said like I do this because I enjoy it. I I
Nice.
I will put maybe listening, no, but I said learning.
Perfect. Is your hobby common in your country?
Well, before it wasn't common, but now you can see like all this kind of music everywhere.
All
And
right.
also, I forgot to mention this is that once I was at the square. What's the name of it? Of this? At the Plaza Miss 24 de
Mm-hmm.
septiembre.
Main square?
Well, Main Square. Well, I was there and I saw like a, a lot of people. And I was saying, what are they doing? Maybe they are protesting. I said, they are doing something because, here in Bolivia, if you don't go outside and, march, politicians will not consider you. So
Uh-huh.
I thought that they were doing that, but they were dancing to K-pop, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And that was the first time I realized that here in Bolivia, well, especially Santa Cruz, the music was coming.
Nice. And well, now what you can say your hobby is getting common, is more common now than it was before.
Yes, it is. I think yes, because well, before when I was at school and then at the university, no, nobody knows about this type of music. Yeah, but now I think it's common.
Mm-hmm.
People really enjoy like learning, listening, and also singing, even though they don't know the language, because they sing in Korean and also in English too. But most of the song in Korean.
All right. And well, is your hobby the same as you when you were a child?
No, when I was a child, I enjoy. Well, I don't know if it is a hobby or not, but I really love like going to a church and playing with my and reading with my friends the Bible. I really enjoy that before. It was one of the things that I need to go to the church and so I can read them because we didn't read like common. We usually like play characters and we try to interpret that like what the Bible said. So it was awesome. I enjoy that now too, but you know, it was better when I was a child.
Hmm. All right. And when did you start practicing that hobby, the
Mm,
hobby that you have now?
since 2013. Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, that's a long time.
Yeah, it is. Well, actually, my cousin was really into. I don't know if you have ever listened about this. Dramas. For example, Escalera al Cielo, Voice
Mhm.
Over Flowers.
Yes, and one of these movie that my friend told me about it is that they recorded, no, in the secret garden, something like that.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I went to the
Mm-hmm.
secret garden when I was in Korea.
Really?
And yes,
Wow.
I didn't know though that it was like they recorded a scene of a movie there. And when I went to a mall, I saw a group of, I think it was K-pop. I don't remember if it was from a novel, a movie, or a single group. But
Mm-hmm.
I called my friend. Here it was 4 a.m. in the morning. There we were at 4 p.m. And I sent her a picture, no, because all of the people in the mall were screaming and they were making them sign autographs and everything. So I said to my friend, "Hey, do you know these people?" And she was like, "Yes, please bring me a poster signed by all with all of them, please, please." And so I made the line and I had a poster made like sign, no, for her. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what I brought her from my
Oh,
trip.
you're a
I don't
good
remember.
practice.
They were guys, like guys that were very, very take care, no, on their faces and skin. You could see that they had surgery, but yeah, they were good looking, skinny, but they were
Uh-huh.
guys.
Yes, they are so skinny.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
super skinny, I have to say. Very, very thin. And even their
Mm-hmm.
faces, no, it's like porcelain. It's very, it's
They
without.
will disappear.
Exactly, yes. They take care a lot
Mm-hmm.
of their skin, which is
In my case, I
amazing.
really love the choreography,
Mm-hmm.
instead of the music sometimes.
Oh, all right. So you focus on
Mm-hmm.
dancing the choreography. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I
that's
love the
interesting.
choreographies. I love dancing. Maybe that's because I enjoy like learning choreographies. Even though I'm not good enough, I'm passionate when I dance it.
Oh, well, that's nice. Well, I bet you're good. All right. Is there anybody in your family who share your hobby with? Who you share
Mm,
your hobby with? Someone in
I
your family?
think all of my family, yes. Well, except my like the adults, like my mom, my aunt, my uncle, but all of my cousins, especially the girls ones, we are really into this, like learning, singing. For example, my sister, uh, she really enjoys like singing, even though she doesn't know the language, she sings. Also, my cousin who got me into this type of music,
Hmm.
she went to a concert in Argentina,
Oh, wow.
and she's a super fan of one group.
Mm,
So yes. Well, my other cousins that live in another house, they listen to. So I will say my cousins.
all right, okay. And the next question. Um, how much time do you spend on your hobby?
Oh, I also wrote about this. When I was at school and then at the university, I also found friends who really enjoy learning this choreography. So we usually spend like 2 or 3 times a week, and each time like 2 hours learning choreographies. But now, since I, you know, graduated from the university and started working, I will say like only when I have time, when I'm
All right.
free or when I'm on vacation.
Hmm. Okay. And what benefits do you get from it?
Oh, I exercise and a lot. I think it's one of the benefits. Also, I relax when I relax. Well, yes, hmm I will say that.
And if you had more time, would you like to practice more hours maybe?
Oh, I don't think so. I will like to spend in something that you know have more benefits to me, like reading or something like that. Like
Okay,
I do read, but I will try to invest in my education.
nice. So how many hours per week would you like to practice this hobby?
Maybe 3 hours, I would say. 1 hour Monday, 1 hour on Wednesday, 1 hour on Friday.
All right, okay.
Because it's not easy to learn choreography. It's so difficult.
All right.
It's really complicated.
It must be. And well,
Mm-hmm.
have you ever heard of someone having a very unusual hobby? And what was it?
I think I heard about a friend who collects garbage.
Oh, collects garbage?
Yeah,
Wow.
and she
Like,
transformed those garbage in art.
okay. Like what kind
She,
of art?
like, for example, the other time I saw, like, I went to her house and I saw a chair that she did from bottles of Coca-Cola and everything that she found. So I was like, oh my God. Her house is really strange. Like she has a lot of things that you will say, why do you have this? And she said like, it's from a project that I will do. So, okay.
Wow. So that's super interesting because actually
Mm-hmm.
we are suffering with pollution now, and to have someone that makes unusual things out of garbage, that's amazing. And well, you
Yeah.
have to be artistic, right? To do that and
Mm-hmm.
creative as well. No one does these kind of things just by
And
chance.
also, yes, and also she creates her own clothes. She goes to the Kumabi and
Hmm.
she buy things from like 5 Bolivianos to 15 Bolivianos, and she makes like clothes that you will not even, like you said to her like, where do you buy your clothes? And she said, I made these clothes. So she's very artistic.
Hmm. Well, that's interesting. And what do you think about someone having weird hobbies?
It's weird. It's weird, but I do kind of like understand their hobby because I also have mine. There are some when you said like I enjoy learning choreographies, especially K-pop. They would say, "I what's that?" So I kind of understand.
Okay,
I also have a weird hobbies.
all right. So you have a positive thought then.
Mhm.
about it. All right.
Mm,
And well, the last question. What hobbies are usually expensive in your country?
maybe mm, playing a sport, I will say. It's really expensive. Yeah. But what else could it be? Mm-hmm. Playing a sport or playing an instrument is really expensive if you don't have like someone in your house that teaches you that.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yes. Especially whenever you have to take private lessons, right?
Yes, that one.
Mm-hmm. All right. So playing sports, you will say.
Mm-hmm. And
All right.
instruments too,
And
like
instruments.
learning. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I think one of the most expensive is cello and saxophone.
Yes,
Mm-hmm. If only the instrument, I think it's like 3,000 or $5,000.
they are
Mm-hmm.
expensive.
All right. Okay. Well, this is it for the first unit that we are going to do writing an essay. In this case, you're going to write down just a very short essay. Remember, right? This is
Yes.
your example. An essay with only 3 paragraphs, basically describing why you like the hobby you chose. Okay, and
Okay, miss.
you can do it on the weekend, and on Monday
Mhm.
we will check it.
Okay.
No worries. All right, wonderful. Well, let's please go on to the survey, please. Right. Well, thank you very much, Anna. And well, now this that will be your only homework. Okay, you don't have
Okay.
platform anymore. And this term is basically talking and writing. All right, and the
Okay.
other one will be talking and reading.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Miss, I have a question.
Yes.
I remember that we learned figurative and literal
Yes, language.
language. Yes, but I didn't see that kind of questions in the platform, or maybe I did it, but I forgot.
Oh, okay. Because the exercise that we did on matching,
Mm-hmm.
that those were the same phrases that the platform used.
Really, but I didn't,
Yes.
or maybe I didn't do that.
Oh, okay. But
Mm-hmm.
don't worry
Because
because here we are going to review on similes, metaphors, and also figurative and
yes,
literal language here. We are
because
also going to review.
I find those exercises really complicated. So
Oh,
that's
sure.
why I wanted to practice more.
Sure. No worries. We will do here. Don't worry.
Okay, miss.
Perfect. All right. Well,
Okay.
have a great weekend.
Okay, miss, you too.
Thank you. Goodbye. See you on Monday.
See you. Bye bye.
Goodbye.